You want the girl?
Yes, why not? And I'm willing to pay for what I want. There's your ransom. And now, mademoiselle, if you please.
No. Let go of that girl.
But then, sir, do not. It is honorably settled.
It is not settled to me. He'll not take her while I live.
Wait, then I'll take her when you're dead.
Put on your sword.
The two breaches now, articles, committed by you. This will be ruined.
What's that?
That's what I intended for you in the end. But since you prefer it this way, you muckrake. Wait, Darby, come in here. Keep a close guard, little sir.
Look for your own mouth, Capitan.
He's dead. Clean through the heart, Captain Blood. That's my friend ends a partnership which should never have begun. Robertson. We're leaving. Take the girl.
What are you going to do with me? Where are you taking me?
I've not decided as yet.
I'll go to Port Royal or nowhere.
Will you now? You'll find you'll do as I say.
What right have you to treat me this way?
Right. The right of possession. Wolverson, you may take my property aboard ship.
Captain Blood's unchivalrous actions toward Arabella were prompted by necessity to safeguard her from the men. Now in his cabin on board the boat, he expresses his true feelings. He paces the floor exultantly as Arabella sits watching him.
Arabella, to think that you're really here in the cabin of this ship which I named for you. I dared to hope that someday you'd be here to gather all these precious things I have for you. See, Arabella, ankle rings from Persia. And look, red jeweled slippers, long golden chains. And this dress, Arabella, this blue dress. When I saw it, I thought of your eyes. And I knew it was made for you to wear.
I'll never wear it. Nor any plunder gotten by a thief and pirate.
Thief and pirate?
Thief and pirate.
Arabella, you...
I've seen your pirate ways. I've seen myself bargained for and fought over. A combat between jackals.
I thought you understood.
You mean you thought you'd bought me? I suppose I should have regarded that as a compliment. You pirates are used to taking what you want without the formality of purchase. I advise you to go back to your ladies at Tortuga, Captain Blood. To your ladies who are thrilled by your bold, lawless ways. I only hate you and despise you.
I might have expected your thanks for what I've done this day, but very well, let it be so. I'm thief and pirate, and I'll show you how a thief and a pirate can deal. Once you bought me for 10 measly pounds. Now I bought you for considerably more. The amounts of no matter. What matters is that now I own you as you once owned me. You're mine, you understand? Mine to do as I please.
Captain Blood.
Well?
Lord Willoughby sends his compliments and requests that you talk to him at your earliest convenience. He's sent out by the king himself.
You can return his compliments and tell him to go to the devil. I'm not convenient to any friend of the king.
All right, sir.
Oh, wait. I'm going on deck. Jeremy, take this lady to her cabin and see that she stays there.
All right, sir.
How you hate the fellow. If I were a young man, blast me if I wouldn't be jealous. And you said you didn't even know him.
He was once my slave.
Your slave? Then you must have known him well.
I did.
He doesn't seem such a bad fellow for a pirate.
In those days, I thought him an unfortunate gentleman who had suffered a great injustice. When he made his escape, I was thrilled and happy. That was before I knew how he would use his freedom.
Not to argue with you, my dear, but how else could he have used his freedom? An escaped slave, a homeless convict. And aren't you forgetting that a man's bitter heart may demand its revenge?
That's the unforgivable thing, to have held his revenge above all else and so to have destroyed himself, for he has. I've seen pirates. I know what they are. Cruel, evil, greedy, plundering peaceful cities, torturing their captives. Beasts out of hell they are.
Are you so much in love with him?
In love with him?
To care so much what he does?
I don't care in the least what he does.
Someone should for what he's doing now. Still, your uncle commands the fleet at Port Royal. That much is fortunate.
Why? What's this about Port Royal and my uncle?
He amazes me, this Peter Blood. That's where he means to take us.
No, he can't.
I'm afraid he can if he wants to. They won't let me near him. He's alone on his quarterdeck in a fine Irish temper, I expect. But I learned from the pilot...
Lord Willoughby, he mustn't.
Mustn't take you to your home? To your uncle?
He has no more bitter enemy in the world. My uncle is a hard, unforgiving man. He lives in the hope of one day taking and hanging Captain Blood. Captain Blood probably doesn't know that, of course.
I doubt it would make any difference if he did. He's chivalrous to the point of idiocy.
And yet he's been what he has been these last 3 years. And done what he's done. Oh, Lord Willoughby, help me.
I see your point, my child. But it's something you'll have to decide for yourself. Life can be infernally complex.
On deck.
All hands on deck.
What's wrong, Captain?
Battle in progress in the harbor.
Ahoy, love. How many ships do you make out? 2, sir. They are firing on the fortress. The fortress is replying.
It's an attack on Port Royal, then, but who?
Pirate craft, perhaps. I wish I could make out their flags.
Captain Blood.
Aye?
For days I've been trying to see you, Captain. And now, if I may speak to so inaccessible a person, perhaps I can supply you the answer.
You can?
If Port Royal is attacked, they are likely French ships.
French? Why French ships?
When two countries are at war and one is attacked, who would it be but the enemy?
England and France at war?
You mean you didn't know? Where have you been the past 2 months?
At sea, out of touch with the world.
Ahoy, below. The fire from the fortress is weakening. One ship is already firing on the town.
Where is the English fleet that's supposed to protect the town?
I can supply the answer to that. It's out chasing pirates.
Bishop wouldn't let his fleet leave its post in time of war. He wouldn't dare.
No? Colonel Bishop is a very old and, I may say, a very dear friend of mine. It's probably me he's out there.
Fool planter.
And me in his own front yard. Hard aboard with the helm, Jeremy.
Aye.
Helmsman, hard aboard. Aye, sir.
May I ask, Captain, what are your intentions?
I set out to land you at Port Royal, your lordship, at some risk to myself from the English fleet. Now a stroke of luck has removed them from the picture. Well, we'd best be turning back.
Can you, an Englishman, be thinking of leaving when yonder an English town is being taken?
Well, of what should we be thinking?
Of the honor to fight for your king.
To fight for my king, is it? You hear that, lad? The honor, is it? There's not a word to use in the same breath with him, and furthermore, he's not my king.
Then you fail to show him the same loyalty he shows you.
Loyalty now. Honor and loyalty. Fine words to describe him.
He was loyal enough to send me to seek you out, to offer you pardon for your past crimes, freedom from your slavery, and more than that, a commission in his own navy for you and your men.
What? The king wants us to join his navy?
You can read the document for yourself, Captain Blood.
I wouldn't soil my hands with it.
I'd rock it before I saw it.
However you hate the king, England is still England.
And a bad king's a bad king, and if it's James, he's worse.
This commission is sent by King William.
King William? Who may be King William?
I allude to His Majesty King William III, William of Orange, who with Queen Mary has come over from the Netherlands and has been ruling England these past 2 months or more.
You mean they've roused themselves at home and kicked out James?
Yes, and he's fled to France and is hiding there. And therefore, England and France are at war.
And King William sent us this commission?
He did. He knows that you are good men, wrongfully sold into slavery. He can use good men in his navy.
Why didn't you tell me that at once? Men, you've heard the news. For me, this changes the shape of the world. For you who are slaves with me, it means that we're no longer slaves, but once more have a home and a country. For you who are English, it means a chance to fight for your native land. For I now propose to sail into Port Royal and save it from the French. Those of you who are not Englishmen, you'll have to be content with fighting for Captain Blood. And for the loot you'll find on the French ship. Are you willing to fight, men? Then to your posts. Helmsman, hard about. Full sail and straight ahead for Port Royal.